for the neighbor's children, and let's see if we can. Oop. All right, so there's my coop. I got banana trees, it's got pups under it. In my big bed there, up against the coop, is cucumbers, tomatoes, peppers, and lettuce. And down below you'll see basil plants and some more tomato plants. Over on the far side, closer to my rain barrel there, it's got a lot of coleus that I'm just checking to see. I'm going to move that over to the window boxes. I have a little table back there, and you can see that I also have, whoopsie, I'm so sorry. Let's see. I have some hostas I'm going to give to a good friend of mine who has a lot of shade. And there's another pepper plant in that big terracotta. There's lots of sage and lavenders. And I have some bee balm and thyme and oregano back in there. So I will say that I love my rain gutter that goes right into my rain barrel, and it waters all of these. If I was really industrial, I would get solar panels on top of that. But I wonder how I could keep the inside cooler by hosing it off somehow. Because when it does get really hot, I will, or have been known to, hose off that roof just to keep the girls a little bit cooler. Inside, they have a little wading pool. And I'll show you. And here's my little brick walkway. And right here is, one is nearer God's heart in a garden than anywhere else on earth. There we go. And this was a trial and error. This was me laying these, so don't laugh too much. I'm going to pull out the grass growing through there and plug in creeping thyme so that when I walk over this with the wheelbarrow, we'll smell thyme. I hope that's the thought. And then as an apron, I have each one of those stones is, I'll show you here's my flip-flop. And I don't have little feet. That's a size 9 shoe. So each one of those, and underneath that is dog panel crates. So there's no way anything's digging under to get into my girls. But because I got distracted, let's show you so here's a pool, and it's got just enough water in it that the girls can get in it. Let's see if I can show you. There's just enough water inside with that gravel, it's pea gravel, in the baby pool that they could cool off. And it looks like somebody's been in there because there's some poop. So I'll have to clean that out. And then, of course, I have a wooden ladder here. And they rarely get up on this. I have yet, except when I put treats on there. They do like to get on top of the igloo, and there's nipples underneath. And then I have always an extra bowl of water for them. So that's another thing. And then I did some weeding, and all that is weeding material that I just toss in here. My floor underneath actually is sand and gravel, and then I take all the recycle shredded pine that's inside their coop, and I dump it in here, which stays fairly dry. It's open on all the sides, but the only way it gets wet in here is if it's a blowing, hard driven rain. So this is a really dry area. And then you can see that I use big logs where they can perch, and they do. And then, but they all love that dowel, which is not correct because it's too narrow. I mean, it's bigger than a broom handle, but it's round and it really should be flat. It should be more like this. This is really big, and so this is more correct. All right, so that's it for tonight. Oh, and I have electric doors on their inside to their coop, so they get locked up every night. I also have, I don't know if you can see it, security cameras out there in different places. And when we go away, we have electric fence, or electric hot wire fence. I only use that when we're not at home or when the dog's not at home. The reason being is I don't want my dog to get shocked because he does an amazing job with the girls. So I have Christmas lights, they're all solar. I also have motion lights on the coop doors, or on the coop buildings actually. You can see it under each window. There's only one window open, or the door is open right now, so you can see it right there, that little black part. And again, you can see more of the chicken guard door that works great on this one. I'm actually going to remove this chicken coop and put a bigger one. That chicken run should hold 15, if each girl gets 10 square feet. That should be able to hold 15. That's a 10 by 15. This coop is only a 10 by, no, sorry. This is 4 by 6, and my other one is 4 by 8. I'm actually going to sell off both of these and just buy a small shed and put them in there. And I'll do more for fortressizing or security reasons, a better program for the girls. Oh, and there's my other pen for my other girls. Not as crazy about this one. It's bigger, but you can see a little bit of my lilies, not my lilies. Yeah, my daylilies are starting to come out. Unfortunately, my lilac bush is all done, Miss Kim. I have some, I think that's Joe Pye weed and phlox. Sorry, that's phlox, tall phlox, and I think this is Joe Pye. These are, of course, lots of different daylilies coming up, and plenty of weeds. This little statue. Funniest thing, it was given to me as a gift by my children, and the hawks like to attack it. So I move it on a regular basis, and you can see where the hawks have actually dug in with their nails. They think that they're a real bird. So every once in a while it gets knocked off when I move it. Oh, I've got some daisies there. I always try to have different little toys, little motion things. This is a whirly. When the breeze is blowing, she's kind of cute. Yesterday it was really blowing here, so I have a couple broody girls. This is my blue Americana, and this is my splash Americana. About 6 months ago she got attacked pretty good, and that's what the purple coat on the back of her is. She's a splash, so she's doing fine. And then I have some chives. The girls really don't play with this too much, so this one's getting ready to bloom again. Earlier in the spring, it blooms purple, and then as it gets older, it blooms white. These are some of my well summers. She is not naked on the back, believe it or not. She's just faded there. And this is her sister, the other well summer. And it's a breed I really like. They lay nice eggs. They have better temperaments. I would not necessarily say that's true for my two Americanas. I actually have a couple Americanas, but these two in particular, especially when they're broody, are just mean as heck. So, oh, here's a blue copper marin. By the way, all these girls have names. This is one of those blue Americanas that I was talking about. She has a sister who's in there being broody. One is Dolly, and the other one is Jolene. And then, oh, the Splash, her name is Splash, and then her sister was Glinda, but unfortunately Glinda, the good witch, being so white, she got picked off about, maybe 18 months ago. Wilma, and I forget, I can't quite tell everyone apart right now because it's getting dusk. So good night.